Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right in my living room in the wee hours of the morning, doing what I do for you. Today, writer than 25 rule to live by, storytelling, story with a message in the story for life. These are life lessons. I see you tuning in and getting them. I hope they're working for you. I got more for you. Let's go. Excuse me. Writer's mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment, knowing yourself a little bit better from the inside out. Right thinking is way of life through mental and spiritual discipline daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of obtaining spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. Right thinkers, that's my goal, that's my mission. Your goal is to obtain it. I'll help you with that best I could. You do the work, we'll be fine. Now the question is up to you. Do you know yourself? So the question is, know thyself. One of these persons are you. You got to figure that out for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Is that you? Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple. Is that you? I can teach you. Tune in. That's why I do what I do. It's for you. A person who knows not and believes that they know, if that's you, you're dangerous. I'm going to avoid you. A person who knows and knows not that they know is asleep spiritually. I'm the spiritual alarm clock. I can wake you up. I got you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons, they reside in you, one way or another. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my eye, be true. Gotta pay your respects. As y'all say amen at the end of the prayer, I give my her props after I do my question. Know thyself. All right, today, right thinkers, we've been going into this non-religious concept, and I ain't got a problem with that because when it's coming to knowing yourself, it ain't got nothing to do with religion. It got something to do with knowledge, understanding, and your comprehension level, and your ability to manifest what it is you learn. Okay, let's go. And then do it. Religion. Right thinkers, let's talk about right thinking philosophy is mind emotion control, aka yoga, self mastery, all these titles you give it, but you have to do it. The work is in mind and emotion control that you have to control. Let's talk about it. Let me see. Thinking is the art of obtaining knowledge to know thyself, aka to introduce you or get in touch with your higher power, aka God. You have to think in order to make that happen. That's why right thinking is important. All right? Thinking right is what? Knowing the truth, learning the truth for yourself, and then living it when daily, not every now and then. You have to implement your life lessons into your life. That's what makes it a lesson in life. You learn, you live, you manifest. That's a lesson learned, and you progress. You move on. You raise your consciousness. Why? With thinking and having control over your emotions. Emotions are bad leaders. Great servants, bad leaders. Okay? If you are to think right, you can learn life's truths. They're there. All you got to do is learn them. I'm giving them to you. I learned them. That's why I'm giving it to you. You live what you learn. That's called manifestation of learning. We teach you right from wrong. Touch fire, it burns you. If you don't believe it, touch it and see. See some things. If you don't believe what you're told, then you can experiment and find out for yourself. Called trial and error. That's if you're hard headed. Some things you might not want to try. Why? Because the price you're going to pay for that burnt hand, particularly in the fire, may hurt you. I am God conscious. That don't make me religious. That makes me spiritual. Understand that, please. AKA right thinking philosophy master. My mind and emotions are under my control. I'm free to live as I see, as I think is best for me. That's right thinking philosophy. Mind and emotion control, aka right thinking philosophy masters, It's all spiritual and mental, not religious. Trust me. Only thing is religious is the concept that we raise in our conscious level to get closer to God. Anything that's going in that world is yoga or religious concepts. Getting to God is a religion. Living God's way is a way of life. That's right thinking philosophy. I live a philosophical concept daily. Right thinking philosophy, aka Egyptian yoga. I've been doing it for a few years now, but we done got so far away from what started out with Egyptian yoga. So I'm going back home. Welcome to my domain. I'm comfortable there, trust me. Now watch this. See, I studied and I mastered Egyptian yoga concepts after 30 years of practice. That's where my studies are. Now I teach right thinking philosophy. It's an offshoot of the Shitap Netta. It's the offshoot of the Egyptian Yoga Mystery System. Why? Because I added some things to it. I put my twist on it. I made it uniquely mine. Hence, right thinking. I know for a fact that knowing God can be done without a religious concept. Without the Bible, I didn't use no Bible verses. I didn't read their Bible book, period. No disrespect or understanding about the Bible, but I didn't use that to get to God. So I can tell you without a doubt, you can get to God without being religious. It's a spiritual and a knowledge thing. I'm into knowledge and I live a spiritual lifestyle. When knowledge is gained and is perfect, you can become an enlightened being, not a religious being. I would rather be enlightened than religious. Why? Because you're going on just belief. I need to know. When I know, I'm comfortable. Spirituality is having spiritual knowledge and living it daily. It's a way of life. That's how you serve God. 24/7, 365. I'm God conscious all the time. What else has I got to think about other than my creator than in my life? I ain't got time to wait. I'm moving on. But that's if you're not God conscious, if God ain't first, you're going to have problems. That's all I'm saying to you. Anybody who don't put God first will have problems. And I ain't religious. I ain't do religion. God is natural. Nature is his own laws. You reap what you sow. You put out this, you will get this back. That's your decision. He gave you free will. We all have it. Use it to the best of your ability or suffer the consequences. That's all. It's called life. Right thinking philosophy gets you to your highest spiritual level, aka Neha, spiritual awakening. What? You do that with knowledge and living, and you will transform to a higher level of consciousness and be a different person. And in the meantime, you will be also blessed on the backside because what you're doing is a good sight of God, so He will bless you. Right thinking philosophy, aka Egyptian mystery system or Egyptian yoga. Sematoi, sheet, all those names you can call it, but I'm trying to explain to you after mastering those concepts, I've added some to it, I made it mine. That's why right thinking is a offshoot or spinoff or brother, sister, however you want to call it. We're all connected because we're doing the same thing, getting you to know yourself and God. I do it with knowledge. I don't preach. All right, our ancestors, watch this, held their knowledge, they hid their knowledge of self from who? The invaders. Who was it? The Greeks, the Romans, the Hyksos, all a bunch of everybody who invaded Egypt were invaders, and we kept our knowledge away from them. They tried to get it out of us. Some of them did. They end up getting some of it, but as usual, we got people who go crap. That's either here or there. But the concept is our knowledge was stolen by somebody else, manufactured, and gave back to the world under their name. I ain't going no more with that. I went and got the secrets off the pyramid walls and mastered them after 30 years of practicing and studying. Let that marinate. My Egyptian mystery system mastery is about 20 years. It took me about 20 years to learn it. Then it took another 10 years to implement it, to manifest it, just to tweak it, just to fine tune it. So I'm not in a hurry. Good is good. I know the product that got is good. I'm not in a hurry to sell it. I'm not in a hurry to get rid of it. Just give, nah, nah, nah. I'm good. I get my little 10, 20 views a day. I'm happy. I'm content. Okay? But if those people who turn in and get what I'm putting out, I'm very happy. That's my goal. I will take you, excuse me, it will take you years to learn and obtain knowledge of self. But when you get it from a practitioner, a sage, somebody who mastered it, you can speed the process up a little bit. I can give you some shortcuts and tidbits that'll help you out, but you still got to put the work in. Okay? Can't get around putting in the work. Then, after learning it, you will have to practice it when daily and become a master of it in time. That's up to you. That's when the work becomes you master your destiny of how quick and how fast you will reach that level of enlightenment so you can be where you need to be, knowing yourself. After that, everything else is smooth sailing. Okay? Next one is right thinking philosophy, aka spiritual awakening. Again, everything I do is based on spiritual and knowledge. You can have a spiritual because your spirit is in you. That's God. Knowledge gets you with Him. Mind, heart, mind coherence is what spirituality is all about. Your heart and mind work together as one. Now you're spiritually enlightened. Enlightenment is knowledge. Spirit is the God gift that you have. You put them together, you become an enlightened being. Oh, all right, thank you. All right, here you go. I reached my spiritual awakening by what? Putting in my work daily for years. It don't happen overnight. So understand that. If you think you can become a right thinking master, but just listen to me every now and then, or follow my and just think you got it, think again. You're not thinking right if you think that. I was spoken to by God of my understanding. Yes, I talked to God. Everybody, whoever had experience, said they talked to God, but I wasn't asleep. I wasn't having visions. I had a conversation, clearly awake. Everyone who talked to God was what? Asleep? What that tell you? He's in your head. He's in your mental, your psychic concept. You need to understand that the spirit is life. You have that. Now you got to connect it with knowing. Hence, know thyself. I'm trying to simplify this as best I could. I get a little agitated, but it's all good. All right. I was wide awake when God talked to me and gave me my approval that I was doing the right thing, doing a good job. Now I become a worker for Him, a servant of God. I teach right thinking because that's why I'm watching orders from God. That's what I can tell you. I was told, watch this, to teach my people how to get to Him. Right thinking philosophy was born with that concept. I want you to know God for yourself, like I do. All I can do is point you in the right direction, tell you what you need to do. You start walking and putting in the work, you'll reach your destination. Trust me. And then you say, yeah, you was right. Well, I try to be. No bragging, but yeah, being wrong ain't nothing in being wrong. Trust me. Last one again. I appreciate you tuning in. Let's seem to get a little long. I'm looking at the time, but I'm hoping they're getting across. So it ain't about the time. It's about the message. Right thinking philosophy, aka I was told to think. Why? It ain't illegal yet. I never understood 40 years ago what yet means. 40 years later, I'm understanding what yet means. That's why I'm professing it to you. I'm passing it on to get the concept. Understand this. I'll never forget my funk knowledge. I was taught to what? Think, and think again. Thinking is a prerequisite for getting to your maker and bettering yourself. Thinking, it defeats ignorance. If you're thinking, you're getting knowledge, you're getting better. That's what you should be doing every day. You can't. You gain knowledge from the cradle to the grave. I'm never gonna stop learning. Everybody got a choice. That's mine. I made it. Thinking has always been my weapon of choice. Okay, to fight ignorance, I've always thought and maintained a concept, an idea to keep me from what not knowing something. I need to know everything I need to know so I can live a better life. I'm teaching that on to my next people. Why? You need to know the same thing. I have the information you need. I'm giving it to you. Just tune in and use it. I know thinking is a oh, I know thinking as a way to survive. It's my mechanism that I use when I was on the streets, thinking, outthinking my competitors, outthinking my so-called hustler competitors. So I was always thinking. Cerebral means giving everything a good thinking. Concentration, pondering, thinking over things. I do that a lot. I spend a lot of time doing that. My brain is my best weapon that I have to survive with and better myself with. This is what he gave it to us for. The brain is the driving force for you to get to know your maker. The spirit don't do it. It's just there. The brain has to work. So think, think, think unlimited. Okay? Last one. Think, think. It will get you over all life's humps. Trust me, I use it. You can too. I'll be back.